If there's one thing 90 Day Fiancé viewers know about Julia, it's that she has a way of pouring her entire heart into everything she does, whether it's dancing, arguing with Brandon, defending herself at a tell-all, or navigating the endless battles with the farm chores she never signed up for. But this time, Julia wasn't fighting anyone, debating anyone, or rolling her eyes at yet another difficult conversation with her in-laws. This time, she was holding a secret, a life-changing, heart-thumping, hand-shaking secret. And the only question bigger than how will Brandon react was how will Julia's parents react from halfway across the world? Because when it comes to Julia's parents, especially her dad, viewers know the reactions are always intense, passionate, dramatic, and somehow adorable all at once. Today, that reaction was going to go global. A quiet morning, a big secret. Julia woke up feeling like she had swallowed an entire universe. Excitement, fear, joy, nervousness, all swirling inside her like a cosmic storm. She looked over at Brandon, who was still snoring lightly beside her, one arm thrown over his face like he was shielding himself from the responsibilities of adult life. Julia couldn't help but smile. He was still the same guy who tripped over his own feet during their first club night in Korea, the same guy who fell head over heels for the fiercest woman he had ever met. And now, he was going to be a dad. Julia took a deep breath. Today was the day she would FaceTime her parents. She had taken the pregnancy test 3 days ago, but she needed time to process. She needed time to cry, laugh, and walk around the house whispering, "Oh my God," at least 50 times. She needed to see Brandon run into a wall while trying to hug her in excitement, but now she was ready. Or, maybe ready-ish. Brandon's panic mode activated. Brandon woke up a few minutes later, and the second he saw the look on Julia's face, the soft smile, the bright eyes, his expression turned into full-on puppy excitement mixed with panic. Today? Are we really telling them today?" he squeaked, running a hand through his hair. "Are they going to yell at me? Do you think your dad still hates me a little? Be honest." Julia laughed, placing a hand on his chest. "My dad doesn't hate you. He just thinks you need to toughen up." Brandon blinked. "That's comforting?" "He thinks almost everyone needs to toughen up," Julia added. "He thinks I need to toughen up sometimes." "Oh good," Brandon said dramatically. "We suffer together." He followed her around the house like a nervous golden retriever as she set up the phone stand, fixed her hair, adjusted the lighting, and rehearsed what she would say. "Just tell them," Brandon whispered. "Say it confidently. Smile. Don't mention the farm yet. Definitely don't mention the farm. We are not talking about your family today," Julia said firmly. "My parents deserve one stress-free moment." Brandon nodded. "Yes, this day is about joy, happiness, no goats." The call begins. Julia hit the call button. Her parents appeared on the screen almost immediately. Her mom had her hair tied back and was holding a mug of tea. Her dad was sitting beside her, arms crossed, wearing that serious, stoic expression viewers always remembered. The second they saw their daughter, the transformation began. "Julia, my sunshine," her mom exclaimed, waving excitedly. "Hello, daughter," her dad added, nodding in that tough but warm way he always did. Julia smiled so widely she almost burst. "Hi mama, hi papa, I have news." Her parents froze, instinctively suspicious but curious. "What news?" her dad asked immediately. "Good news? Bad news? Tell me right now." Brandon swallowed audibly. Julia shot him a look that said, "Don't you dare faint." "It's good news," Julia assured them. "Very good." Her mom leaned forward. "Are you coming home? Are you traveling? Did Brandon give you flowers finally?" Brandon whispered, "Hey," but her mom couldn't hear him. "No, mama." "Papa," Julia placed her hand on her stomach, and her parents watched her closely. Then, with a deep breath, she said softly, "I'm pregnant." The reaction that broke the internet for a moment. Pure silence. Her parents blinked, stared, processed. Then, her mom gasped so loudly that Brandon jumped. Both hands flew over her mouth, tears instantly filling her eyes. Her dad, Mr. Tough Guy himself, froze like someone had pressed pause on his soul. His eyebrows shot up, his jaw dropped. He leaned so close to the screen his forehead almost smacked it. You are with baby?" he asked, his voice cracking for the first time in years. "Yes," Julia whispered, tears starting to form. Her mom burst into full-on happy sobs, waving her arms like a hummingbird. "A baby, my baby having a baby. Oh, I knew it, I could feel it. I told your father, didn't I tell you?" Her dad straightened himself, clearing his throat. trying to maintain his dignity, but the corners of his mouth kept twitching upward. This is very good, he said stiffly. Very, very good. Then, after a beat, I will be a grandfather, he shouted proudly, startling everyone. Julia burst into laughter and tears at the same time. And then, the moment everyone would call the cutest reaction in 90 Day Fiancé history happened. Papa's priceless moment. Julia's dad suddenly stood up, walked off screen, and came back holding a tiny box. What is that? Julia asked, sniffing. He opened the box to reveal a small, hand-carved wooden rattle, one he had made years ago just in case. Her mom nudged him with a smirk. I told him he was silly, she said. He made that when you were only 20. Brandon nearly choked. He predicted this? Her dad held the rattle up with a proud grin. I always knew my daughter would give me a grandchild. I made this for my future. Julia sobbed openly. Brandon wiped his eyes too, pretending it was allergies. Then her dad turned his attention to Brandon. He narrowed his eyes. Brandon. Yes, sir? Brandon squeaked. You take care of my daughter. His tone was firm, but his eyes were soft, shining. I will. I promise, Brandon said, chest puffing with determination. Her dad nodded, satisfied. Then, unexpectedly, he broke into the biggest smile Julia had ever seen on him, a smile so wide and pure that Julia felt her heart melt. It was the reaction that viewers would later replay again and again, calling it the sweetest moment of the season and the most wholesome father-in-law reaction ever filmed. Mama's advice, Papa's demands. Once the initial tears and joyful chaos settled, the questions began, especially from her mom. Are you eating well? Are you sleeping enough? You are taking vitamins. Yes? You cannot lift anything heavy. Julia. Brandon, no stress. You stress her. I fly there myself. Brandon nodded obediently like a soldier being given instructions on a battlefield. Then Papa chimed in. You must send us ultrasound pictures, weekly, and videos, and updates. We want everything. If baby sneezes, we must know. Papa, babies don't sneeze in the womb. Julia giggled. Still, he insisted. If it happens, we want to know. Her mom elbowed him. You're being dramatic. I am allowed to be dramatic, he said proudly. I am grandfather now.